Oh my God. It's been, I've had not a good day. I've been feeling well all day. A lot of it's stress. Part of it's work, part of it's my body, part of it's just the constant bullshit we see. And the last thing was the last fucking straw. So I want to do this. I wanted to do a live, but I'm just exhausted, and to do a live is somewhat exhausting. I need just talk. Yeah, try that for an hour and a half. And sometimes some of the guests, you got to herd cats. No offense, guys. You know what I mean. So I want to start with the one thing that's just bugging me tonight. Two things. They're related. Is the budget bill is going to pass. It's destined to pass. Trump and the Republicans are working overtime to pass it. Excuse the thumb. Just moving stuff. They are working hard. And they're getting what they want, if not more. The Senate, you have Murkowski or Collins making sounds, but they'll fall in line. They're just, wishy-washy. The rest of the Republican senators are just love to rip everything apart for Americans, for poor Americans. Because to be poor is to be worthless to them. Case in point, again, Medicaid and Medicare, but especially Medicaid, is big in red states. Hence what Josh Hawley said. He's going to vote yes. You know that motherfucker. He will. But they use it a lot. These are taker states. So they're in a meeting talking about it, and Mitch McConnell comes up and says, "Look, we have to pass this, and don't worry about the Medicaid. They'll get over it. They'll get over it." And why would he say that? It's simple, because he's right. These Republican voters in Kentucky who had put his old ass in there for decades, and he's done nothing for them but fleece them, will vote for him because they think that he is benefiting them against people of color and Democrats. It's simple. See, the thing about with these people who keep voting for Republicans against their best interests is that they're basically feeding off the federal nipple. They just don't want the people of color and those other people to fill out the nipple. They don't think they're lazy. They're just getting what they think they deserve. Meanwhile, you hear the things about welfare moms and those people of color and those illegals taking all our money. So hence they're going to pull the plug. The problem is they're about to get the rug swept out from him. Mitch doesn't care because he's too fucking old. He's done. Okay? And more likely, come midterms, they will get over it. And why do you say that, Will? Because Democrats cannot find their ass from a hole in the ground. Because Al Green just put out the impeachment bill. We know it's just a symbolic thing. But you should have made the Republicans scramble a little. But 128 Democrats voted to table it. 76 voted against it. That's 100, close to 200? Over 200? That's a super majority of Democrats who stopped that, voted against it. Why? Because they still think they still live in the world of Washington, D.C., which is lobbyist money. They don't see that as a word toward Trump and what's going on the ground in America. I mean, they're building a fucking prison or concentration camps in the middle of Everglades detention center. That budget is going to give Homeland Security and ICE $1 billion. That means it's carte blanche. They're building that in the middle of Everglades to house, illegal, whatever, detainees who are a bunch of probably going to be just men, women, and children there who have done nothing wrong other than being brown. And they're billing that with glee. It's a fucking concentration camp. Like the one in Louisiana. And that's what they're doing, and they're spending our money to do it, and the rest of you are just going, eh. And Democrats are doing that. That vote would have been symbolic, but at least you would have stood up on the House floor and go, we're not doing this, because including to that, he's taking due process from people. They're building a fucking concentration camp in the middle of the Everglades. In America, can you hear me? And it's scary. And the courts aren't going to help. Congress isn't going to help because they're still too busy. And by the way, we still can let off a nuclear war with this fucking idiot in charge who has no idea. They asked him about Article 5 in NATO. He has no idea what Article 5 in NATO is. They have no idea. And you know what? There was one guy that came on here who was talking about, hey, you know, the guy who got beaten, who the father of the 3 Marines who got beaten for just, I don't know, doing his job. Not to mention, you know, the woman they took had just had birth. They took her from her child to an ICE detention center right after birth. And so one guy who said, hey, it's getting to the point that someone's going to really clip an ICE agent. And then it's on, and he says, no, you don't want to do that because, you know, that's what they want, and they'll do martial law, and then it would be bad. No, there's not enough of them to do martial law. Insurrection Act, my ass. Because when it comes to that point, it's on. See, it's getting to the point, it is at pitchfork and torches now. And I don't give a shit anymore. I'm watching this, and I'm watching all the people that should be saying something about it cop out because they're getting money from an Israeli fucking PAC. And no one to say anything about the Everglades concentration camp. And this guy is saying we got to be civil. Fuck civil. Fuck it. A woman lost her baby because of one of the concentration camps because they wouldn't give her health care, and they laughed at her. They fed her food with roaches. In some of these places, they're saying they're not giving them water, just tossing water bottles, said fight for it, like fucking Hunger Games. Wake the fuck up. And someone call Hakeem Jeffries and tell him, hey, do you care about America or do you care about the money you're getting? Because I'm fucking pissed right now. This is stupid. They should be standing up for us, but all they're worried about is their fucking money. Meanwhile, Republicans, that's why Mitch McConnell is saying what he's saying, because they know they can get away with it. Because come midterms, if they're midterms, they'll win. Why? Because Democrats will do the wrong thing and lose. That's why he's saying they'll get over it.